Welcome back to the Game Breakers podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Horowitz, joined alongside Kamani Phillips. And today we've got a bit of a different interview. 3 guests on today from different sports. So why don't you guys go one by one, introduce yourself. You can start out, Frankie.
Okay, my name is Francesca. I go by Frankie. Do I say my college?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on Barry University volleyball team.
We're all at Barry, so.
Yeah. Awkward. I'm on the volleyball team. I'm a middle. Sarah?
My name is Sarah Willey. I also play volleyball here at Barry University. I'm a DS libero, and yeah.
My name's Keenan. I run track here, and I'm a sprinter.
All right, so why don't you guys say how you chose Barry, how you ended up here. I'm sure playing in high school you found a lot of different avenues or options you could have gone, but you chose Barry, so tell me that process.
Like the process of recruiting?
How you got here?
Okay, so I came to Barry because I didn't want to be near home. So I kind of verbally committed somewhere D1 that was an hour away from home, but it was too close for me. I didn't want to be anywhere near home, and I also lived in Miami because my dad lives here, and then my sister got she got based here for the Air Force, and she decided to stay in Miami because she loved it. So I was like, bet I have my other family. I'm 4 hours away. So I was like, okay, I have some of my close family members here, and I just also love Miami because I've been down here I would say more times I can count because my dad lives here, and I toured Barry before I knew anything of it, which I still like it, but I toured it, and I was like, I really like it. And I met her, actually. I was the first person I met.
Yeah.
And I was first person I ever met, when I was practicing with the team with Sarah, and I was kind of
We
people here.
like that.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Palm Coast, Florida.
Okay. And you didn't play this season, right?
No, I was redshirted this season.
Okay. And you?
It's kind of funny, actually, because I wasn't really planning to play volleyball in college. I was just kind of doing it as a hobby, I guess you could say. And, well, I was going to go for college, and then senior year I kind of had doubts about it, so I wasn't really going to go for college, and I was just planning to go to FAU because I'm from Fort Lauderdale, so I'm right around the corner. And one day at a tournament in Fort Lauderdale, our coach was scouting and gave me his business card and said, I'd love to have you play for me. So here I came, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Do you stay on campus?
I do, yes.
Okay. I'm
Frankie?
Yeah, I'm on campus.
I'm from Miami too. I live in Miami Shores, so I just drive
gotcha.
here.
Oh, for real? So wait, you commute here?
Yeah, I don't.
Wait,
stay
how
on
far are
campus.
you?
Literally 10 minutes.
Oh.
Oh, so you're like Carolina. She's she commutes. She's 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh, okay.
Well, so I'm from Tampa, and I didn't really get into track until my junior year. So originally I didn't even know if I wanted to go to college or not. But junior year happened. I realized I wanted to take it serious, so I really got into it my senior year. Ran some decent times, and then I had a couple looks from some other schools, but I thought Barry really gave me the best opportunity. But it was super late in the season. It was the summer. So, you kind of have an indoor season, which is winter. You have your spring season at school, and then you have an AAU season in the summer. And I didn't commit to anywhere really until late summer. So I never even got a tour Barry before I got here.
Just went with it.
That was by
Wow,
choice.
he kind of just yelled at it.
Yeah,
dang.
Choice going to that. Why Philly?
So I was still trying to figure out if I wanted to go to college for track. And I wanted to see if I could run better times, get more looks possibly. But the offers I had for the most part were NAIA or some other D2s outside of the state, but I didn't want to leave the state. So Barry's in state. I've never been in Miami like that, so kind of wanted some new experiences, so came down.
And so this is a pretty new program, the track and field at Barry, I think second year, right?
Yeah.
So how did you determine, we'll start with you, how did you determine what distances you were running here, or what were you best at in terms of whether you're sprinting or running long distance?
I got you. So you can kind of, in track, you always kind of do your own events, right? So usually if you're going to commit to a college, you're going to be in the same type of group, unless you're kind of on that verge, and then maybe you'll go to whatever your coach determines is best for the team or best for you. So I knew when I came here I would be a sprinter. But actually looking here, it was a lot so last year was the first year, but they didn't really have a full season.
Yeah.
So people didn't really get to fully develop and run times that that they will this year.
Yeah.
So I was a little uneasy about that, but turns out coaching's good. I'm expecting to run some pretty decent times this year. We'll see how it goes, but I knew that I would still run the same events, 1, 2, 400, the relays.
So going over to the volleyball side, you guys had a pretty good season. I know you didn't play, but you played a lot this year. How did that season go? You guys went into the SSC tournament, had a pretty successful season. What were some of the keys to winning so many games?
Well, considering this is now my second year, actually last year I played a lot more. I was starting libero last year as a freshman, and last year was kind of tricky, I think, due to the fact that the year prior to my freshman year last year, we had 8 girls graduate. So it was pretty much 4 returners last year when I first started here, and maybe 10 new girls. So I don't think the chemistry was there at all. I mean, off the court, we were amazing. Like, I love my team, I love my girls, but I think we were just kind of still getting used to each other and how we played. But I think it was more of like a rebuilding kind of year last year, and then this year I think it clicked a lot more because we had not as many new girls and a lot of older girls. So I think this year it was more of like it finally like clicked for us because I was also injured this year. I dislocated my knee towards the end of the season, so I didn't play that much. But I think that's what it was, is that we finally like got the click that we needed.
Don't you guys also have like a new coach this year? 'Cause it was Coach Christina last year, right?
She was
She
with
was, I
us. She
believe,
was not.
assistant coach.
Yeah, she was our head
okay.
coach last year, but she wasn't the. She was the assistant coach, not the head coach.
Okay.
But I do also think that because a lot of us girls, like, you know, when
she was like your mom.
yeah,
basically,
like we look up to her. She's the only female coach we had. Now I mean, with all due respect, like I appreciate our male coaches dearly,
It's
but
nice to
like
see
having
it, though.
that female coach is like it feels more like home. You know
Yeah,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
So her leaving, I think, kind of like rocked us a little bit too. But
I wish I met her.
she was the best.
Because we
Oh,
are.
She was the best. If she's
Yeah,
watching
I
this,
didn't
love
get
you.
to. I didn't get to like meet her when I got here because obviously when I was recruited, like she was leaving and I don't know, she like moved farther with her career, but like I know it would have made a difference as a female program because we are ran by men.
Nah,
So it's
she's
like
amazing.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
love
I
her.
heard she was,
Love her.
and I think that's where we got the inspiration from Jay and Nadia. And I think like I don't know. I wish I met her though.
Because
Yeah,
our two
Nadia loves Christina.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Nadia and Jay could generally say they carried this team very, very well.
Yeah.
Like and they're like mini hers, but like in the best way, like leadership wise.
Yeah, because
So
you
sometimes
could
I wish I
see
met her.
Coach Christiana shine through those two.
Yeah.
Like when she left, I told them multiple times, like, you are the new Christiana for this team. So I think also with
really
them
cool.
being there, it also helped a lot. But now that they're both gone, Jay's in Turkey now playing pro, and
Oh, wow.
Nadia's
She's
a-
doing great.
She's doing
She's doing
amazing.
great,
We're all so
yeah.
happy for her. But now Nadia's a senior this year, so she's gonna be
gone,
graduating. So we're kind of like a little like, I mean, obviously us girls still have each other at the end of the day, but we're kind of just seeing how
They
the
definitely played a
season's
big
gonna
role
go.
off and on the
Yeah.
court. They definitely played a really big role.
Yeah, I think we'll have a new upbringing of someone as a role model, though. But I think at the end of the day, we all have each other. So
Yeah, that brings me to my next question because you mentioned Nadia and Jalen both leaving after this year, but also Fiona and Akapova, who was a huge contributor this season for the team. So that's a big role you guys have to both step up and fill next year.
yeah,
What are your expectations for next season?
I feel like for me, I don't even know how to like. I don't even know how to.
go about that.
I really don't know. That's next year is my first year of playing like first year freshman. Obviously I'll be a sophomore, but sports wise freshman. I don't really know. I just feel like I can't determine that yet, to be honest. So
You're a middle or outside?
I'm a middle.
Okay.
So this year I'm ready like to play, but I guess I'll see it firsthand when I'm on and off that court and like the pressure of coach, the teammates stepping up for the team, everything. So I feel like I can't answer that like honestly, but maybe you can.
I think going into my third year with the girls and the team, I think we're obviously gonna miss them. And like you said, Deanna was a huge aspiration to our team.
Yeah.
So Fiona too. She played with me a lot my freshman year, and she's amazing. But I think that if we just like the girls that we have now, like Vadia, Veronica, our outsides now, they're still just as powerful.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I think that we just have to put our trust in them. But I also, we're all gonna miss them dearly. Like, trust me, like we're gonna miss them. But I think that if we put our trust in our upbringing teammates, I think they can do just as amazing.
And for you, Keenan, sorry, Daniel, but you know they have their whole team together. But for tracks, you have sprinters, you have long distance, you have cross country. Is it like a different team or a different type of group you guys kind of stay with together, or is it just a whole group all together?
Like training wise,
Yeah, well, training and off the field
off the
too.
track.
Yeah,
There's definitely so training wise, there's a separation. You know, we can't do the same practice because we need to work on two different types
makes
of
sense.
racing. And I would say that probably leads to some type of off-track separation, especially since your distance runners usually run a cross-country season.
Yeah.
So that's technically a different sport.
Yeah.
And then, so they get here before we do, and most of us are freshmen because it's a brand new program. So, they already have their friend groups and whatnot, and then we all get here at the same time, so then we make our friend groups and whatnot. So there's like a little separation. We've been working to slowly bring it together, and I think it's working, but yeah, definitely
Some separation.
some separation. But
I feel like there's even separation when it comes to your own like suite mates sometimes. Like,
yeah, like
and there's nothing wrong, I feel like, with healthy competition, but sometimes it's,
yeah,
I
I don't know what
Especially in
that's
track.
called. I don't know what
Yeah.
that's called.
Not unhealthy.
Yeah, because on the court, like, I always look at it like on the court, we're not friends. Like, it's me and you, especially if it's the same spot. Like, I'm trying to fight for that, like, on the court. But, like, when you're off the court, like, yeah, shake their hands, be like, good job, girl, et cetera, et cetera. But I feel like even there's, like, a division between your suite mates because you guys are in the same races. And
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
what
get
you
that.
call it. Like,
and so like I live like my whole suite is my roommate. He's a 200, 400 guy.
Yeah.
My suite mates, 200, 400, 100, 200 guy. I'm a 100, 200 guy. So, like, we're all competing all the time, whether
Yeah.
it be on track, in the dorm, like, no matter what.
Yeah.
It's like trying
that's
to
all,
one
that's
up
all
each
normal
other.
boy shit. Yeah.
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 Yeah,
That's
low key.
normal shit.
At the end of the day, we're all one team. We're all trying to accomplish the same goal.
We trying to be the best same way.
Yeah.
I feel you.
That's good though. Competition can
Yeah.
still make you better if you're
No,
competing.
100%.
Most definitely.
So I was gonna ask a question I think all you guys can relate to: early mornings and late nights. You talked to me a little bit about the practice schedule and how rigorous that is. So you guys can tell me one by one how difficult that is managing the schoolwork and the school life with the practice schedule, getting up early for those practices and stuff like that.
Okay, it's actually funny you mention this because I actually struggled this first semester. Like, I don't know if I came in like with the high school mentality, I don't know, or like not even the mentality, the routine, but I actually struggled it really hard. I actually had like Thalia, Jay, and Nadia like sit down and talk to me about it. Like, we all actually started like crying. Like, it was like a
remember
really deep
telling me about
convo.
that.
It was such a deep convo. It was me, Nadia, like Lay, all of us, and it was just about how like kind of like I need to wake up, but it was like it's just like balancing it out. Like whether that was honestly even hanging out with the men's team, that had to do a part of it too. I had to do with schoolwork, balancing it out. Like I was like tired. Like I didn't show up to practice my fullest because I don't know. Like I didn't expect college to be like freshman year, like high school routine, because obviously high school that's completely different. But like I kind of did it at the same time. Like it'd be like, oh, it'd be smooth. Like I still go practice. Like no, it's low key like so beyond different. Like
Yeah.
like it really is like you are like it's your life. Like you really are the like. Your mom's not with you, or your mom, like, you know, like, I don't know, like,
Yeah, you're on your own.
yeah, it's like, I don't know, but it's like you're not on your own, but like you are. So it's like,
Like you have this.
yeah, like I personally struggle with that one, but I think second semester is so much easier now. Like, no, you're in, like, I know my
Semester
routine. I
after
know what,
semester.
yeah, I know what works for me. I know exactly what to do. I know to do, like, the second I see all, like, my like homework and like stuff I need to do for the week on Canvas, I try to go to the library, knock it out. Like, now I know what works for me. But first semester, I was running it. I don't know what
Yeah, it's an adjustment period.
yeah.
I feel like that's how it usually is coming in though.
Yeah, but it woke me up so hard. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I was like, and it got to the point like where even like Jay and Nani talked to me. They're like, okay, like it was crazy for me.
Yeah, I understand that. I think for me, last year we had freshman year, sorry, we had practice from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. So I feel like in my mind, I was still like unlike you, I was in that high school timing where you wake up at 8 a.m. or be in class at 8 a.m. So I kind of like, it wasn't really like new to me, but I would say preseason last year, I'm sure everybody can vouch for this, was the most painful thing ever. I woke up,
Last like semester,
no, my freshman year.
my preseason freshman year was rough.
It was, I wanted to quit after the first day. Like waking up at 6 a.m, eating breakfast, then practicing from 8 to 11. We had a break. Then we would practice again for another 3 hours. Then we got to sleep and then do the same thing over again. It was a lot, but I think it was good because it all put us in that mindset of this is what's going to come. Like this is preparation for what's going to come. So I think last semester, my first year was kind of like a smoother transition due to the fact that I was used to waking up early. And honestly, like I was so scared of getting in trouble like growing up. So I always made sure I showed up, showed out. Never had to worry about that. And then this year we had PM practices, which kind of like fungled with us a little bit because a lot of us work. So having those afternoon practices, not all of us are able to work and all that stuff. But now that we have our practices back in the morning, I feel like it's better because we have practice, get that out of the way, then we're going to have to merge in classes and then go to work for those who do. So
That's a
not
lot.
too bad.
3-hour practices and twice a day. That's.
It was
I played basketball in high school. I feel like they don't even go that long. Usually.
No, it was.
Wait, 3-hour
it was a lot.
practice twice a day?
Yeah, it was from 8 to 11. Then we had like a break from 12 to 3, and then we had practice 4 to 6, 7.
And that break is you going to school, basically.
No, it was preseason, so it was us trying to gobble up sleep and then do it again. And then,
That's what we did the last, like the first, like it was just us and like I think softball. Did we do that?
My
We did
mind
do
was so
that.
blurry the beginning of this year. I could not tell you, but probably.
What about you?
I mean, so I'm not a morning guy, right?
Yeah.
And
Great
like
start.
in high school, I never had to get up early, except for like maybe 1 or 2 practices. And here, it's waking up at 5 a.m. Oh hell no! And then, you gotta be at practice, be ready by 5:30, warming up,
That's crazy.
or be ready to get on the bus at 5:30.
Can't imagine.
So then,
I literally can't imagine.
Good for you.
Like
Good
yesterday,
for you.
when you finally had an off day, you were like literally we went to
Like
Keenan's
this.
room yesterday. It's like when they have an off day, like even like we treasure it for them. Like me and my roommate Lolly, we're like best friends with Keenan because he's also our
Neighbor.
He's literally our neighbor. And we went to his room yesterday and we're like, we needed something. And Keenan was like, let's go to Walmart. And it was like 9:30 and we're like, and he was like, I don't have practice tomorrow. And I was like,
This man is so bedtime.
it's like
bedtime
precious
o'clock.
when they don't have practice. I'm like,
yeah.
oh my God, like.
Every time we're with Keenan, he's like, 10 o'clock bedtime. We're like,
Yeah.
oh,
That's
well.
Good for you though.
Cause he was
You
talking
have
about
to.
some Walmart at 9:30. We're like, Holly, like I don't have practice tomorrow. Like, it's like you literally, it's like you thank you
something
God.
It's a rare thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a blessing.
But yeah, so you're getting up really early. Before, I didn't really understand the importance of eating something before I would run, and you can feel it because what your body starts to do is break itself down. You're breaking down your own muscle, the little bit of fat that you can, and like you get lightheaded. People are throwing up. Like I mean, it's gross, but like that's just the nature of track, right? And I started doing it. It really started to help, especially in the second semester. But yeah, I practice, get it back around 8 something, and then go eat, go to class, try and get in the trainers if you have time. Like I've been dealing with some hamstring issues, and then get ready for a lift after class. But just day in, day out,
So what type of stuff do you eat before you start running? Because I know you're not eating like some.
No, I get about
cheesecake and shit.
like 2 hands of trail mix if I can. Just
Trail mix,
just some
snacks.
trail mix.
Okay.
And that lasts you?
No, but
Oh, that's what you used to do?
no, that's what I do now.
Oh.
Before I did nothing. But
Something at least to
Yeah.
have in your
Yeah.
body.
Yeah,
it's
at
better.
least.
But like I can't really eat a lot before I run.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel that.
So do you guys have like a pregame meal or like how do you guys
Pre-game or
approach?
pre-practice?
We used to just literally hop in the car with Maddox and just go to any fast food restaurant. It used to be Chick-fil-A.
I remember there
Chick-fil-A.
was just one time. You remember there was just one time we had a game and we went to what was it, tropical smoothie, because Maddox wanted tropical smoothie, or maybe I did. I don't know. Rushed to Chick-fil-A and we had 5 minutes to spare. Booked it back to Barry and we somehow made it. Like
Like
we were
do.
out and
like-
about eating anything we could. Like I didn't realize how important diet is when it comes to doing that stuff.
Yeah.
Like especially last year, I would pop a few like. In my mind, for some odd reason, I thought popping sugar before a game would do it, and
The
don't know
energy.
why that was good.
Like
but
candy,
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
just
like
pop
my
whatever I
pregame
had.
meal before
Skittles or something.
a game is always a Twix bar. A right Twix bar.
But that's your
Who's gonna
pre-day
stop
meal.
me?
But like, we just anything, literally anything that would fill me up at least to burn it off.
I'd eat cheesecake before I had a game.
Nah, that's
What sport
you're
were you playing?
different.
Basketball when I was in Jamaica.
Cheesecake.
You said some
Cheesecake is
cheese. Is
insane.
it like regular chocolate, strawberry, marble?
Nah, like regular,
That
like
plain old
strawberry.
cheesecake?
No, strawberry.
Okay.
Oh, so you
okay.
still different
So you got a little
to
fruit
me.
in there.
No.
You guys don't like cheesecake?
No.
No, I do.
I couldn't
Oh,
do
that's.
I like-
I'm a Twix bar
I like
gal.
the ones only from Cheesecake Factory.
I
The
feel
vanilla bean one. Give me my money. That one.
Some interesting pregame meals.
I was expecting like some pasta.
I feel like athletes always have their one little like
Yeah,
Cheat.
weird
Yeah,
pregame meal where it's like
yeah.
you don't expect and you're like,
Oh,
what?
you know what? Mine. I always got Starbucks before a game last year. Me, Marina,
cannot do
Ivana,
that.
we would always drive to the Starbucks before warming up in the locker room, and we just always get
Starbucks like a sugar high.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
it's
Like I
it's
said
a
last year.
diarrhea high. Like I
Yeah.
don't like.
That's why I said last year I'd get always sugar because I always thought I would just
Yeah.
it would just energize me up, and I just burn it off
I don't
playing.
think I've ever had like a true pregame meal. Like it's just
No,
How
whatever
you
yeah.
I
feel
eat.
like?
Whatever you see, you eat.
Yeah, pretty much. Like
I
I'm
feel like
a
mine
hungry
is so
guy.
solid. A right Twix bar.
That's flexible.
I don't.
freezer?
I believe in superstition. Like I like to keep it organized. So
No, that's so valid though.
yeah. So
Like I would always write a Bible verse on my shoes, and I
Oh,
always
for
felt like
real?
that would help me. Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
tough.
if I didn't wear it,
yeah.
I feel like I would do bad.
Every time I'm on the court, I write like a J with my feet for Jesus, like I'm walking with
Really?
Jesus. Yeah,
Oh, I would
always.
write it on the
yeah, like,
bottom.
I would always have some type of
Yeah.
some before the
Yeah,
games.
and
like-
if I wore it, like I have 2 pairs of shoes. I have the ones that Barry provided, and then I have my own I bought. If I didn't wear the ones that had the Bible verse on it, I felt like I played bad.
I
Like,
feel you.
It's like a superstition.
Yeah, I
know
definitely
what
get
it
that.
is,
Definitely get that.
I played basketball in high school. Do you guys use basketball shoes to play, or are there
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
special volleyball
we have
shoes?
the KDs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like my first, I bought them senior year of high school. So I was like, cause I was like senior year going all out. I bought like the rare like Valentine's Day LeBron shoes. Like
Those are
those are
tough.
Tough.
nice.
Those
Tough.
are tough.
they are the most beautiful shoes ever, and I have wanted them since they dropped. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get these for my senior year because I had a record senior year. I was a
Yeah.
starter in high school. Like I was like pretty like
You
whatever.
deserved it.
And I was like,
Yeah.
they are gorgeous. They were like, I got them on
Hot
Go.
glue,
They were
hot
like $300. I just dropped that money, but I was like, it's my senior year. I have those shoes to this day.
Yeah.
They're in there in my berry room. They're in my.
I'd keep them forever.
They're because one, you can't find them anymore. They're sold out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
bet.
They're like the Valentine's Day love ones by him, and on top of that's like a core memory. It was like my senior year. I killed it in those. I got my dream shoes. Like
Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome.
100%. So yeah, basketball shoes. Sorry.
Yeah.
So Katie's are your favorite. I feel like those have really good traction.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I mean, when I played club, I had the Kyrie Infinities.
Okay.
You know
Those
which
are
ones?
good shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
those are
had
good
those
shoes.
ones.
used to hoop in
And
those.
then last year I had the Katie, the white and black ones. And then I bought those myself because the ones we had last year were the Nike ones. I didn't really like those. And so then I got those. And then this year they gave us actual Katie's. I don't know which one it is, but they're really nice. She has the red ones. I have the gray ones.
Yeah, everyone has like black, gray, red.
Because they all put out a vote of what shoe we want, like design wise, and everybody voted the same thing. So like, okay, since you all voted the same thing, you guys can choose what color you want. It's
Yeah, I was gonna
black.
ask that too because I seen you
I didn't
guys
even choose
have.
mine.
Well, probably because you committed
Yeah,
late, no?
I committed
Yeah,
so late.
she committed
so
You're a
late.
newbie, so just
Yeah,
So
but
late.
they gave us like
Yeah.
a survey. We choose what shoe design we want, and then like high top or low top usually. And then since we all chose the same thing, they were like, oh yeah, you can choose black, gray, or red.
Mhm.
So
So how much equipment is given to you guys from the school, especially you with the track and field too?
You wanna go
no, you first.
Okay. So we got a backpack.
That's it.
It was so. It was like,
We got a backpack. I think 4 shirts, 2 shorts, but they don't have pockets, so it's like just for
I
running.
hate that.
I
I put some in my pocket.
I think we got sweats,
Mm-hmm.
and that was about it.
It's
So
not
we're
bad.
still growing programs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that does
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I feel
does
like
make
there's more to come.
Yeah.
we
We got
get
a pretty
like
good
the
healthy
we
amount.
call it like the Nike Christmas. We get like the duffel bags,
We
we
get
get
duffel
like 3
bags.
pairs of like Nike hoodies. We get the sweatpants, we get
Damn.
the leggings. We get like 4 pairs of spandex. We get knee pads. We
Yo.
get socks.
Yeah.
We
Keenan,
get
you gotta play volleyball, bro.
We get
get,
sports
like,
bras
volleyball
too.
yeah,
team
we get
commit.
4 sports bras. We get headbands. We get it
Headbands?
all. Yeah, I
Oh,
got
I
a
didn't even know
headband.
that. Yeah, we
Like,
get a
We get
very
the
fortunate where
backpack.
get a
We
good
get the
amount.
other duffel bag.
Yeah.
So much.
very fortunate.
Pretty good life.
Very fortunate about it.
So I commentate the volleyball games here at Barry, and this is my first year doing it, so I didn't really know anything about volleyball before this year. I would just watch a bunch of games on my TV to try and learn the lingo and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So talk to me about, I know everything about basketball in terms of strategy on that side, but what is the main offensive strategies in volleyball? I know there's
She's
more.
offense, I'm defense.
I know there's more behind it than just going and hitting the balls.
That's a you question.
Wait, what are you exactly asking me? Sorry.
Like how
Like
Does
what are
offense
different ways
work?
you set up hits on the outside or trying to attack other teams?
how does offense work for you? Because I'm defense. So
How
I can't.
offense I would say works for me is when I'm like in the right mind. It's like being smart. Like obviously like volleyball players. Most of the time, like they're obviously tall, especially if you're a hitter. I feel like it's just like all about being smart.
Find the spaces.
feel
Yeah,
like
like,
smart and
The
and
gaps.
it literally it always comes back to the basics. Like I know I had to have training about my basics because sometimes I didn't like it. Like it's really about the basics. Like it's literally the basics. I always try to tell myself that like volleyball is literally a game of which team can handle it the most at the moment.
Yeah.
It's literally point for point. So it's kind of like you have to be in that mindset. It's like I can handle this in the moment, like I can, because it's literally whoever can handle in the set, like in the moment. So that's how I really look at it. But it really comes down to the basics. being smart, because everyone has height mostly in volleyball.
Yeah.
At least that's how it is for me for offense. But defense, you guys are affected by us, so it's kind of like a different point of view.
Yeah, but also going back to what she said, I feel like what you said with the smarter thing, you know how like volleyball players are known for hitting hard and all that stuff, but like what she said, I think it really goes back to playing smarter, not harder, in the sense that like if you cut it smarter, you're gonna win more points instead of just pounding balls thinking you're gonna get it every time.
Yeah, cause once you like, if it's in the air and you like a soft touch,
Like if you're just going to pound that ball, you're gonna get freaking smacked every time. But if you're like smart about it, that's how you start.
Like come in like a hothead, but like not like, you know, like be a smart hothead. I don't know.
Yeah, but
So aggressive but controlled.
Yeah.
But I feel like for defense, like she said, it kind of goes volleyball, it all plays back together because you think like offense and defense are completely separated, but it's not. Like
we're all connected.
If you don't have a good defense, you don't have a good offense. If you don't have a good offense, you don't have a good defense.
If you don't have a good defense, you have a good set, and then no set means a good hit. Like you can't run.
Like if she's not blocking what she needs to, it's hard for me to get that. But if I'm not getting that ball up, it's hard for her to run what she needs to run.
It's like a triangle. Like we're all connected.
It's literally a triangle.
So that's why it's like we all play our parts and we all try to handle it in the moment, like our best. That's how
like for me, my mentality is just don't let the ball drop. Like in my it sounds so cliche and stupid, but it's like a dog fetching a ball. It's like don't let it drop, don't let it drop. Like that's all the mindset I gotta have, and I mean all of us.
Yeah, you've got a tough job because DS is for defensive specialist, right?
Yes.
So you've got to dig out a lot of those hard shots on the back end.
It's all my fault.
And you obviously have some very hard players. You have some players of the years like we're playing against. It's no
Thankfully,
joke.
they're on art.
That's why I give it to defense. Like it's
hard.
It's honestly it's respect all around. Defense.
Yeah, it's honestly really hard. Like I think defense is more mental than physical. Like obviously, like you see them getting all messed up left and right with all these bruises and scrapes, but I really think it's more mental because if you're not like for serve receive, like you obviously know what serve receive is, like if you're not like setting up early and telling yourself like you're gonna get it, like if you have the mentality of like, oh, this is gonna be another shank ball, it's gonna right in there. So I feel like it's more of like a mental challenge of
definitely is. And girls are like most
emotionally
they bring like the most emotional on the court. Like guys, I like what I used to, like when my coaches say they look at it as like a what is it called, like a coat hanger. Like girls bring their coat on the court, like their emotions. Guys usually like leave it on there and they like start like it's like different. I don't explain it. The girls tend to bring all their emotions on the court, so it's really is a mental thing. Like it really is. Like girls are just like we're emotional, mental. So it's
it's a human standard that girls are more emotional and guys are more independent.
Guys are the opposite. And it's actually literally studied that way, but
so I feel like
I would agree with that. It's very mental.
Yeah, like she said, it's more emotional, or not emotional, but more mental.
I don't think I'd be willing to go back there and have to receive a 70-mile-an-hour fastball coming right at me.
No, trust me, when I'm standing there and they're about to hit, I'm literally crossing my fingers. I'm like, if I get hit in the face,
don't come on my head.
Especially if you see like someone like Veronica's high top like spin serve, whatever.
Top spin.
Yeah, she hits hard.
I'm like,
when we're in practice and she's on the other side, I'm like, oh my god, I'm fucked. Like, fucking hell. But you know, it's all mental because if I tell myself, I'm like, I'm gonna get it. Sometimes it works. So.
And you know, something that I learned here recently is like changing out some of those like, oh no, like they're serving to like, all right, like I'm gonna go get this ball, like
like those
switching
positive.
up that mindset.
I had. It's like it definitely. I would agree with that too. It's like. I know I personally struggle with, like, Avery has told me, like, and I still am, but it's gotten better. It's just, like, let it go. Like, sometimes, like, if I hit a ball in the net, I'll be like, dang. And he'd be like, just, like, run it. Like, just forget. Like, he was like, you have to let it go in the game. Like, you hit it in the net, so what? Like, you really...
I feel like that's such a big importance in, like, any sport. Like, you, too. Like, I feel like if you don't get, like, maybe the time you want, it's like, okay, next time you're going to get it. Like, you're going to end up reaching the goals that you set up for yourself. Like, if you set yourself in the right path, you're going to reach those goals.
You have to literally pretend like it didn't happen. Or else you'll never move forward, like, genuinely.
Yeah, it definitely applies to all sports, I feel like.
I have a question for you, though. Honestly. So, because you do 100 and 200, how do you approach both events different? Or is there a...
Wait, what's the difference?
Yeah. So, 100 is
I don't
really
know
just...
There's like 100 meters and then 200.
100
so just
is
a
like almost a straight line. 200 is like...
The curve.
And then, like, the 300 is like the curve, and then the 400 is like...
Gotcha.
So, like, the 400 is one lap.
Okay.
So, like, 100 is an all-out
It's just cutting into quarters, pretty much.
Yeah, but 100 is just like a straight line.
Gotcha.
So that's the difference,
Like, have you ever heard, like, this is the fastest person in the world? That's the 100-meter champion. Whoever wins that is, like, the fastest person in the world.
Because, like, straight sprint versus endurance.
Okay. That's why I think, because I used to run track and cross country, I think 200 is perfect.
I had the bend right there. That's
perfect. 200 is literally perfect.
200. Love it.
200 is, like, the perfect speed, the perfect, like, it's just...
But you know? I'm glad you asked because me and my friends were actually having a conversation, and I brought it up in our psychology class. Like, when they dropped the heat sheets for the meet, we all started getting nervous. You know, the heart starts beating, you get the butterflies. Like, you got to get ready for the meet, right?
Yeah.
But I definitely have different race strategies for both. In the 200, it's a little bit longer, so you kind of have to pace out your race. Like some people, they'll go in there just try and sprint the whole thing. I personally, I don't really have the endurance to where I could do that and still run a fast time. I'll kind of die out at the end. In the 100 though, it's a shorter race. I don't really have the best start, but like my goal is always just try and stay with everyone.
Yeah.
If I stay with you, I'm gonna beat you.
Yeah.
But if I fall a little bit behind, I'm gonna just try and catch up what I can.
What causes you to have a bad start? You don't know?
I mean, yeah, I know, but it's just I need more reps.
Oh, okay.
And just fixing the mechanics, like especially from your start and just a lot of sprinting at any level. It's just who has the best mechanics. If you can get the mechanics down, like you're golden.
Because I know for like Usain Bolt, he's usually like a bad starter because his legs are long as hell, so he needs time to extend and stuff like that. So I was wondering if it was something like that for you to be.
I'm not really that tall.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
So like technically I should be a good starter, but
Yeah, isn't the standard like the shorter you are, the faster you are? Isn't that what they say?
I don't know about.
there's no real like way to tell. 'Cause, I mean, they say if you have like longer legs,
They have longer
shorter
strides.
Oh, because of
starter.
stride.
Yeah.
Isn't he one of the fastest guys from the world? I think he's like Jamaican. Is like, and he's like, is he not like 6'4"?
Usain?
Wait, yeah, so
Yeah, he's
Usain
6'4",
was-
6'5".
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Oh, I knew it wasn't tripping. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, hold on. If I don't get this right, I look dumb. But he's like he's Jamaican.
Yeah,
He's like
yeah.
6'5". Like you would think like, okay, be a center for like the court or something like that. But
Yeah.
no, he's literally. It just literally depends. And then like
Yeah.
that guy, I don't know. He like won like.
Noah Lyles.
He's only like
American?
5'11" though.
Yeah.
The American
He's like 5'11", 5'10". Like it literally just depends on like.
The mechanics,
I don't
like
know,
you
to be
said.
honest.
I mean, some people are like they're just more bouncy. They
Yeah.
have, like their tendons are longer or something.
Mhm.
Like genetics do play a factor, but I think people kind of over exaggerate how important genetics are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're willing to work hard, you can do pretty
Mhm.
much anything.
So for the 200, I know you say you don't sprint the whole scene, but when you hit that curve, is that when you start picking up your pace?
So
Or you don't want to like,
expose my
yeah,
race
yeah,
plan.
don't reveal, don't reveal.
so
Keep
They're gonna
it
start
vague, keep it
gatekeeping.
vague, keep it vague.
I mean,
We'll cut this out.
I mean,
Just
it's
bleep all
cool.
of
It's
it.
cool. So you want to get out hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's a short race, so you gotta get out hard, especially if you're on those inside lanes. Like you're kind of cooked, but get out hard and kind of just relax. Sprinting is all about being relaxed. Your face needs to be relaxed. Your shoulders, like everything needs to be relaxed. Coming off that curve, you kind of slingshot, so you go from like the inside or like the middle of the track to more the outside. Carry a little bit more speed, and just focus on relaxing down the straight and just carrying that momentum with you.
You're a believer that lane 4 and 5 is the best lane and 1 and 8 is the worst?
Okay, no.
You not a believer of that?
So technically, scientifically, right?
Yeah.
The further inside on the track you are, the slower the lane is.
Yeah.
So I never want to be in lane 1. Like 1, you're the furthest behind, and you're in the slowest lane.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll take 3 because then I get to see who's in 4. 4, they put the fastest person in 4.
Yeah.
I wanna catch that person, right? That's
Makes
the person
sense.
to beat.
Mm-hmm.
And then anything past that, I don't mind. 8,
Okay.
I can make it work.
Okay.
So you guys had a meet this last weekend, the first one of the season, the Tampa Spartans Classic. How'd that weekend go?
I think overall it was a pretty good weekend. A lot of PRs all across the board, which is like a personal record. I was in the 4x1. It was really disappointing. So we were running really, really well from our first leg to our second leg. We were with everyone. We got it off to me. I was coming off that turn really nice,
That's what
and
you dropped to.
There's
we-
a butt coming.
on the exchange to our last guy, Jaylon.
Name dropping and all.
Dude.
Come on, Jalen.
Leave that out.
No,
Jalen,
Jaylon's
come on.
fast. He's actually too good. His acceleration is so good, I couldn't catch up to him. We went out of the exchange zone,
Oh.
and that would have been school record.
Oh.
Probably won the meet.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
rough way to start it, but a lot of potential there. And
Yeah,
that
for
was
sure, yeah. Just
was
practice some more.
I mean, if you're almost beating a school record, that's
I
awesome
mean,
in and of
it's
itself.
first meet though.
Yeah, if you get that
Yeah.
transfer down next time.
First
Never mind.
meet shows you everything. Like
Yeah.
it really like this. And you guys are all freshmen, no?
Jaylon's a sophomore, but
So-
yeah.
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 No,
like,
underclass.
We're all
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, your first meet.
I would
too.
give it to y'all. That's pretty good.
First time is always not going to be
Good.
the best.
And a PR in the 200. So I'll take it. Good way to start the season. Hopefully up from here.
Bright future ahead, for sure. So, what are your guys' biggest strengths and weaknesses on the court? He mentioned a little with the get off and long speed, stuff like that, but what is your strengths and weaknesses by position? You can start off.
I would say it's very basic, but I'd say the same thing. My strength is when I'm in my head, like in like the best, like dominant way. My weaknesses is when I'm like in my head and like in the worst way. I feel like that's everyone's strength and weakness, but for me, it bothers me. Like it affects me. And you could like ask Sarah, like how I feel, it shows all over my face, my body. I won't say a thing, but like it will show like everywhere. And I just think like it can really affect how I play to the point where I feel like not it's selfish, but it's like, dang, like if I know I'm doing bad and like how you do affects the team. And like if I'm in my head, like I'm in my head. But when I'm also like in my head, like I'm in that, you know?
I would say the same. Like it's all just a mental game at this point. Like every sport, but especially volleyball, it's all a mental thing. Like if I'm a firm believer in look good, play good. So, like, I always, like, game days, I always make sure I look good because then you feel good. And if you feel good, you're confident. And if you're confident, you play well. It's all a ripple effect. But, like, recently, I've been lacking a little bit of confidence because coming back from a dislocated knee, like, every little tweak I do, I feel like it's going to pop right back out. Yeah. So I've been, like, low-key lacking that aspect of it, but that's only due to the fact that happened. Besides that,
so mental.
It's like if I feel like I hit the floor wrong, I feel like it's gonna pop right back out. But it's all a mental thing. Like it's hard to get out, but once I get it out, I know I'll be fine.
Volleyball is definitely probably like
but it's all mental because you can hurt yourself like this so quick, and like every other sport. But like if I dive for a ball the wrong way, boom, shoulder dislocated. Like what I did, boom, knee dislocated. Like concussion there. Like it's all just.
Ivana celebrated. She dislocated her shoulder.
Ivana literally celebrated through her arm and it popped right out. Like it's the littlest things. Like you would never expect.
Like Julian, like on the libero, the libero on the men's
that's
team,
crazy.
He's dislocated his arm like 3 times already.
Yeah.
2-3 times.
It's like a norm at this point.
Yeah,
and that's his job. He's libero and he's dislocated it diving. Yeah. It's kind of like.
It's like if you dive the wrong way. Like I've dove the wrong way plenty of times, and I've had maybe 4 concussions in my life, maybe 5. Yeah, because it's. I mean. I probably shouldn't say that, but like it happens. And so like at the end of the day, like I said, it's all a ripple effect of like look good, play good, confidence, play good, mental, all the above.
So how was that recovery process like coming back from the injury?
Ask that question.
Because like you said, when you come back, you still feel like any wrong step is gonna.
Yeah, because when it first happened, they thought I tore my meniscus, and I was like, I'm sure I would know if I tore my meniscus, but. Luckily enough, when I dislocated it, it popped back in itself. So I didn't have to go like get any surgeries done and whatnot. I just had to go through like the recovery process of like walking on it again, then bending it again, then putting pressure on it again, and blah 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 blah. And I feel like my recovery process was really quick to the point where I didn't think I was like fully good. Like I still to this day like have little tweaks here and there. Yeah. But especially being a defender, I'm always on my knees diving and stuff. So it's more of just a mental thing. I mean, the doctor said I'm fine, so I'll believe the doctor. But it's just more of a mental thing. Like after you come back from an injury, you're obviously still having that mental block. But yeah.
Like the good thing is, the more time you spend on the court without having a setback, you'll become more confident.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So it'll get there.
So I've got one more question. What are your guys' goals moving forward, whether it's within your sport or outside of your sport? You can start, Keenan.
I mean, my goal this year is help get that 4x1 to nationals. The goal time is like 40.8. So throughout the season, as we all progress, I think it could be doable. Personally, I'm trying to run some faster PRs, like 21.9 or faster, and then 10.7 or faster, or 10.8 or faster. So those are just my goals for the season, but.
I gotta think about it. You go.
What was the question again?
Goals going forward. It could be within your sport or something you do outside of volleyball.
My goal for the sport, I would just say like keep doing my best, and I think like my coach literally brought me here for a reason, and I have a deal with them, so I want to live up to it, and I feel like I don't know. I just feel like I can give him what he needs, and he can give me what I need. So I feel like I'm just gonna try to like live up to it, and I just. Pray that with this journey, I just pray that I'm aware and have knowledge that like this sport does not define me, and like the one above does. And I just pray I walk in this journey with college volleyball with that mindset, and that nothing changes that. And I just honestly walk with confidence.
I would say my goal is the same. Don't let things define me in that sense. Like, I tend to be more on the sensitive side where I'll let little minor inconveniences define me as a person and, like, get super insecure with all that stuff. And I just think having a better mentality is what I prioritize coming in years ahead. And, like, outside of it, I really want to have that brave step into, like, it seems so cliche to say, but changing my major. Like, I was told last year because I've always wanted to be a CRNA, which is a nurse anesthesiologist, because I'm very in love with the medical field, and my mom works at a surgery center in Fort Lauderdale, so I've got to watch many, like, live cases of, like, maybe hip replacements, all the above. Like, my mom tweaked her ankle and got plates and screws in it, and she had to get those removed. She let me watch it, like, and I was always just fascinated by the anesthetic side of it. And so I knew I wanted to do that, but I was told my whole life I can't do volleyball and that.
Yeah.
So this coming year, right now I'm business healthcare administration, so I have, like, more of a business major right now. So I think I'm going to minor in that and switch it to bio and then go through with that. So I think I just need that, like, that final push to do it, you know?
I get you.
So that's my goal for outside of volleyball.
Yeah, you should definitely do what you want, because at that point, it's not going to feel as much like
Yeah,
work.
because I think I've also had just a grip on volleyball containing my life that I held it off this whole time. And so this next coming year, I'm going to be a junior, and I'm almost done with college.
It disappears in 4 years, and this is, like, your career.
Because I'm not.
Like, do what you love.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like a quitter or anything, but I know after college I'm not going to do anything with volleyball. Like, I've been fortunate and blessed enough to even be playing in college. Like I told you, I wasn't even going to play. So I think the fact that I even came here in the first place was a sign from God. But I think that I just need to realize that it's not going to be my whole life. I have 2 more years of it, maybe 3 if I redshirt. Who knows what will happen in the future, but it's not going to be my whole life. Like, my major is going to be my whole life, not the volleyball.
And my cousin went into anesthesiology, and, like, she loves it. So,
yeah.
I mean, if that's the type of thing you want to do, like,
It's super
My friend
fascinating.
Brandon from high school does it, and he loves it. Like,
I know.
It's one of the hardest. It's one of the hardest fields in the
She's
nursing
convinced.
field. It's, like, one of the hardest fields.
I know.
But he loves it. Like,
And, like, at the end of the day, like, I have my mom as a backtracker because I mean, she's my supporter day one, literally day one.
Yeah.
But she's worked in the medical field for over almost 30 years now, I want to say. So she literally, like, tells me all the time, like, after college, like, I'll help you get connections to this job. Like, I'll help you set your path straight of the medical field. Because my sister's also, she started off in biomedical engineering, which is really hard.
Shoosh.
Yeah, she's very smart. Lucky her. But she was doing that, and then she switched to biological sciences into immunology, more of, like, research about the, like, whatever it is. I don't even know. But we've just been always a medical field family, so I just want to pursue in that.
Yeah.
And hopefully I go through that.
oh my god.
You good.
Well, I'm a communications major, so I just talk.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with that?
I want to do sports broadcasting.
Oh,
That's
my
sick.
god.
That's why I've started calling the games.
Oh, that's
here
why
at
you were
Willey.
doing our. Oh, that's sick.
I do volleyball, basketball, and baseball right
That
now.
can go on, like, an internship?
Boy, I'm gonna see you on
Yeah.
ESPN. Trust.
Yeah, that's
is
the
that,
goal.
like, the goal? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I want to end up broadcasting for a major network.
No, it's
you think
awesome.
you would ever want to own your own network?
For sure.
Potentially, if I get enough of a name recognition and stuff like that. But I think I,
feel
can
like
get
you
there.
can.
Appreciate
Sick.
that. Any last questions?
Tell me about your podcast. What do you guys want to do?
What?
Your podcast. You say you
Oh, with
guys-
ours?
Yeah.
Oh, we're just girls and we like to
We're
talk.
just girls.
That's
Yeah.
But,
literally
like,
all
I
it
can
is.
definitely say our life is very interesting. It's kind of like, what the heck? Like, are we dead ass? Like,
Yeah,
you
like
know?
shit just happens left and right, and we just come on and we're like,
And I feel like it's perfect. I'm a freshman in college. She's a sophomore. Like, she's halfway there. I'm my first year. There's, like, so much lore.
and we're just so
Like, you
alike.
know?
Like Frankie
Yeah.
mentioned, like there was a practice at so our coach runs a club called Miami Wave, and he had one of the practices there that one time with the older girls, and Frankie came to come practice with them so they could see how she played, and he asked us to go because I'm a local. And I remember the first time I went up to her, and we were getting water, and I hadn't spoken to her, and I went up to her and I said, "You smell like a Sephora store." I was like, "You smell like a Sephora," and she's
And I
like,
was like,
"That's the best compliment I've ever
I
gotten."
only shop at Sephora. And she was like, yeah, Sephora. And
So
I'm like,
I was like, "Okay, Sephora." So I called her Sephora up until she came to Barry, and I was like, "Okay, like actually, what's her
Oh,
name?"
yeah.
And then literally,
it's just like lore.
Yeah.
Like, it's just lore, like, for real.
So
like,
stay tuned. Their podcast is coming
Nah, for
soon.
real.
Tap in, y'all.
We're changing the name in the makings.
No, we're not tap in Dixon Chicks. let's
Okay,
go.
well,
All
then
right.
okay.
All right.
There we go. Dixon
yeah,
Chicks coming soon.
Yeah, we tried it once on our phone in the voice memos,
And
the
it was
old-fashioned way.
hilarious, bro. We were talking for like an hour and 16 minutes.
No,
It
we
was
really
like-
were.
That's what
We-
people like.
There you go.
though.
Now you guys got this whole studio.
Yeah.
I mean,
but, like,
now that you showed us.
Yeah, but like now you have to like edit and stuff. I'm like, oh shoot.
Yeah, we like recorded
Yeah,
it, and then we
yeah.
thought about it. We were like, we really have
And
to
then
edit
we were
this.
dropping first and last name like sonogram.
Full government.
They got us.
I
stay
got
on
you. I
the
can
phone.
edit. Just put me on a salary and I'm good to
For
go.
real?
100 per
That's
video.
so
How about that?
real.
That's tough.
That's your whole paycheck, bro.
Okay, whoa.
Okay, all right, hold on.
So we're pocket watching now.
Yeah, no, my paycheck is in fact a lot more. But you know, it's a good $100 well spent. We can split it. So it's
Yeah,
like
because
25,
he's
25, 25.
editing a video that's like an hour and a half, like raw.
That's-
Yeah, it takes time.
Yeah,
That's
like
a lot of
that's a
work.
long.
Yeah,
time.
out of your
And then you
school
have
day
to tell them
too.
specifically like cut that out, like in the video.
And you gotta make
like,
it funny too, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, and the edits.
Dana has some memes ready.
But I feel like if
I
we all
actually, I
split the
feel
money.
that's like actually like underpaid, if you're being honest.
Yeah,
It
because
might
that's
be.
a lot of work. Like
Yeah,
I
I'll
tried
take more.
Yeah, I mean, if we split it between us evenly, like 25,
Yeah.
all four of us, boom,
Mhm.
only 25, not 100. Not my whole paycheck.
You guys do work study here or?
No, I have
Work
a
outside?
job. Yeah, I
Okay.
have a job outside of here. It's the club I used to play at, volleyball, wildfire volleyball.
Oh yeah,
that's
you got
cool.
committed from. I forget.
Yeah, that's where I got committed, and I came here.
I see you guys come to the men's game. You're just watching, supporting, or?
Yeah, and then sometimes we have to work, like, cause they would work for us, like whether that was like scoreboard, the
Yeah,
like,
so we
like,
just do the favor
the
return.
live
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff. So
I
we
see.
have to do that for them.
But it's
too.
also cool that they started a men's team this year.
Yeah.
I feel like, because a lot of us, like, usually sometimes on Wednesday nights, maybe today, I don't know, but we all of us, we have a big group chat, all of us, and we all text, like, let's go play beach, and we'll all, like, boys and girls co-ed play beach outside. And it's,
Oh, that's
it's
cool.
really nice that you have that, like, that bond, because you, like, track and field, it's boys and girls. We never had that until this year, so last year was weird, last year was, like, just us, and then this year, both of us. I feel like it's cool.
And that's how you
Mhm.
met your BF.
No
Yeah.
bullshit. Coach Christina wanted me to be on the team over the summer. She moved and so she didn't talk to me. Yeah, that's great. I mean, it's fine now, but
Hey, but they might make a beach volleyball team for the men.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
they're
I
making
mean,
Oh, really?
it's something
yeah.
to
They're
think
making
about.
so many sports this year, like,
Yeah.
or next year, I don't even
Yeah,
know
like
anymore.
men's.
I
and
heard
women's
lacrosse.
Lacrosse.
Yeah, and we
Yeah,
heard
they-
Men-
JV softball
lacrosse
now.
men being on Barry.
Like, I don't know how they
Okay.
have the funds for this.
They've been adding so many sports the last
No,
few
it's
years.
crazy.
Yeah, they've been
But
adding,
no
but you
football.
better.
No football.
Still no football.
Football.
No,
Like
yeah.
the problem
I
is
think
they've
it's
been
the
adding,
Dominican
but you better
sisters
expand.
thing.
But
Oh.
I've noticed that none of the
Yeah.
schools in our what'd you say?
The whole Dominican sisters thing is why they can't have a football team. But I don't get how they can't have a football team, but they can't have a lacrosse.
But I don't understand that because
D2 schools have a football team here, like in our conference.
yeah, none of the
Yeah.
schools in our conference have it because I
If we
think
made
we're the only
one-
school that's like Catholic. Like
Yeah.
I don't think the other ones are.
If we made a football team, who are they gonna play?
True.
Ooh.
But I
it's
don't
like
think I don't think the men's volleyball's in
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say
Sunshine
it's like,
State
just like men's
Conference.
volleyball. They
So
have
they're
they play-
independent.
Yeah, it's independent.
I
I
heard
think they'd be
NSU's gonna
independent.
make a football team though.
Yeah, because they're
Nova?
gonna turn D1.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
gonna
really?
Turn,
Oh.
They've
yeah.
been trying to turn D1 for a long
Yeah,
time.
they're
for
trying
I was
to-
about to say they should because they're blowing out every team they play by like 30.
Hey. B&B, have you seen the campus? Hello? Like, it's insane. But they've been saying they want to turn D1, but they still haven't done it. I don't know. I've heard it's getting pushed more recently, but I don't know.
Oh, hopefully we don't have to.
You know
play
how
them.
rumors are. Like, I don't even know anymore. But
Well, that's all we got for today's episode. Thank you guys for coming on. We usually do
Yes, of
Thanks for having
course.
us.
one person interview, so I wasn't sure how 3 was gonna work, but it was good. You
Yeah,
guys
it
did
was
good.
it worked.
So thank you guys for watching. Let us know in the comments what you thought below, what you want to see more of. We've got more interviews coming in the coming weeks, and stay tuned for more.